Hello everyone, welcome in. Danielle here. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. Thank you so much for being patient for my tardy start. Just had to work out some things on the back end and I'm so glad all of you are here. If you are new, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to request any crystals or intentions that are in alignment with your well-being and your goals. We're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And then we will transition into a wonderful Reiki session where I will send healing to you whenever and wherever you happen to be enjoying this. So if you'd like to learn more about me, check out Learn Reiki Philadelphia, where you can learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, my one-on-one Reiki sessions and IET sessions, as well as tarot readings, and you can shop my Reiki charged crystals. That's linked in the description, and again, that is LearnReikiPhiladelphia.com. So let's go ahead over into that crystal grid and start building. Oh, thanks again, everyone, so much for the tardy start. Appreciate all of you being so patient. Oop, let me just adjust my camera. Oh, so let's see. Welcome in, Natalika. Welcome, welcome. I can absolutely support that. And Violet Integration, it's wonderful to see you too. Happy Tuesday in your direction as well. Let me just, seems like when I was away today, the cats did play and moved all of my cameras. So this is a copper spiral. Copper helps to break up energy blockages, get the optimal flow going. It's a wonderful element to kind of have to ground a Reiki and or Reiki crystal grid. And behind it is a mirror, which helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. So let's go ahead and start building. Hand feeler, welcome in, and absolutely. So we'll start with Natalika. I will get to everyone's requests today. Absolutely. I'll just kind of go down the list. Natalika, your request is regaining energy and wellness after COVID. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and do that. So definitely regaining energy after illness. We've got some rutilated quartz. Some epidote, some shungite for sure. Let's see. Oh, I know what would help actually. Moss agate. And then we'll get to violet integration and ham. So there we go. So rutilated quartz, and as you can see, this is a clear quartz, but it looks like there's something in there, almost like little hairs or spindles. That's rutilated quartz. This is a wonderful crystal for regaining energy after being really run down, whether you were sick or just like running ragged through life. Also really helpful for focusing the mind and just focusing energy where it would be most helpful. So we'll bring in rutilated quartz. That'll definitely help with the energy. I'm also going to bring in epidote. This is one of the many crystals that can help with recovery from illness and injury. It's also really helpful for anyone that is struggling with things around like negative self-talk. If you want to soften the way you speak to yourself, this is a wonderful stone. This also helps with the brain. Specifically, lots of folks feel like it may have an impact on individuals that are suffering from Parkinson's disease. And yeah, just a wonderful stone all around. So we will bring this in. It's also very connected to fairy energy, if that's your thing. So yeah, so that is epidote. And then I want to bring in some moss agate. Moss agate is great for kind of reestablishing balance in the body. Moss agate is very much revered in Chinese medicine for balancing energy in the body. It's a very physical stone, but also very spiritual too. It helps with definitely like infections and illnesses of all kinds, and with connecting to nature. Also helps us to suss out any hidden fears that are holding us back. Wonderful for connection to unconditional love, connection to spirit, and unity consciousness. And superb for things like inner child work, higher self work, that kind of psychological work. So we will go ahead and bring this in, but this definitely helps with healing on all levels. So that is moss agate. So we're just going to go ahead and put some of that right in the center. And I hope you feel better. Welcome in. And let's see what we got here. Welcome in, MC. I will get to everybody's requests for sure, I promise. Violet integration, heart healing, releasing the past, and attracting the right soulmate. You got it. So heart healing and releasing the past. Attracting the right soulmate. Awesome. So let's start with some of that heart healing. Let's bring in some rhodonite. I love this for heart healing. This is great for, it's often referred to as like the breakup stone, the divorce stone, but it's so much more than that. Whether it's grief or just sadness in general, it helps to heal the cracks of a broken heart. It's also really helpful when it comes to things like overcoming the long-term impact of emotional abuse. It's great for insecurities. It's also wonderful on the physical level for allergies, autoimmune, anything that has to do with asthma and the lungs. I use it for all three of those things. So yeah, that is rhodonite. So I hope that that's helpful for you. And next I want to bring in malachite. This also helps heal emotional pain, and it helps us to leave pain in the past and move forward at the same time. So malachite, very much closely related to copper and lots of other minerals that are found near copper. It helps with inflammation, arthritis, and pain. Some even link it to being helpful for like the liver and pancreas and spleen. Of course, nothing I suggest here is ever a replacement for any other kind of therapy. These are all complementary, and you know what? They don't have any interaction, so why not do all of them? It's also really helpful for depression, anxiety, and processing really difficult emotions. The heart center, energy center, called the heart chakra, it's the color green. And when you look at all like these swirls and moving pieces here, this kind of depicts the way that it can move that energy through the heart center so that you are reflecting on things, you're able to process those emotions and then leave them where they belong and not take them with you. So it definitely helps with leaving painful things in the past. Also helpful for things like phobias, especially fear of flying. So that's malachite. And for bringing out a soulmate, there's a couple of great stones for that, but I feel like carnelian's the best one here. This is a great stone for everything involving relationships and the sacral chakra, which also encompasses the way that we relate to other people, the way that we relate to the world, everything having to do with relationships. It helps with healing wounds. It's great for colds and allergies. And it's also wonderful for any kind of sexual difficulties and creativity as well. But definitely wonderful for attracting that soulmate. So we will bring in that carnelian. All the best to you, Violet Integration. I do hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Welcome in, Chris. Good to see you. Lila Ray, welcome in. Okay, so Ham, we're going to do energy and motivation to get out of a slump and be productive. Absolutely, some great stones for that. So let's do some bumblebee jasper. some polychrome jasper, and some yellow calcite. So we'll start with the bumblebee jasper. This is great for kind of realigning, reawakening. It's full of physical energy and vitality and just sort of wanting to get up and get moving around. It also really helps with mental focus and clarity, as well as bringing about an excitement to work and the work you want to get done. This is all about like, let's get it done. Let's get to work. Whether you're working alone or in collaboration with others, either way, it's really helpful. Also wonderful for just positivity, confidence, and lots of motivation and energy. Helps with decision making too. This is a beautiful stone with this bright kind of yellow. It does have a large concentration of both sulfur as well as arsenic, so do be careful with it. But this is bumblebee jasper, and we'll do that there for now. The next is polychrome jasper. Polychrome jasper helps with motivation too. It helps to kind of reinvigorate and reignite your soul's passions. It's heavily and highly motivating, and it really breaks up a lot of indifference and like apathy, like kind of what you're describing. Wonderful too for self-confidence and also for like physical movement. This is a stone that makes you want to get up and move. It helps the lower body and all the extremities, but especially the lower body, to help like move and get going. But yeah, great for getting back in line with your soul's purpose and like wanting to embrace it and do the work. So let's go ahead and bring in some polychrome jasper. Let's do this. And this. And yellow calcite, not only does it help with self-confidence, it brings in a lot of joy, a lot of optimism. It brings to a lot of energy that can break up blockages around your solar plexus chakra, which is your center of self, personal identity, will, enacting what you feel is important in life, acting on priorities that are based on your desires, your goals, what you want in life. And it also helps to release the need for approval of others. Wonderful too for boundaries, like setting boundaries, holding boundaries, and in general just blockages around standing up and enacting your wants and desires in life. So we will bring this in. And again, that's yellow calcite. But yeah, it brings in a lot of optimism, a lot of joy. It's a very happy kind of stone. So it might help bring some good energy to like kind of lift your spirits a little bit too. Let me just even out the grid here. Oh, it looks pretty good, actually. Wonderful. Okay, wonderful. Thanks for being here. It's good to have you here. And MC. Hey, Joanna. I hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you, Chris. It's great to see you, too. So, MC, more energy to handle difficulties at work and healing for your body. Maybe more motivation to create and work on your small business, and thank you. We always notice here, and I know a lot of you are new, but we always notice here, whatever is going on, there are always so many synchronicities. And I mean, I can feel where a lot of you are coming because I've got that stuff going on in my life too. But my goodness, the synchronicity between everyone's requests, for sure. It's definitely like where we're at in terms of eclipse season, like this particular eclipse season. Right now it's a time of finding truths and like weeding things out and coming to realizations about what we want to do to move forward. So we're all in the right place if it feels like we don't know what we're doing quite yet and we're looking for motivation. Like, absolutely. But let's do more energy to handle difficulties at work and healing for your body. And I did see Lila Ray was asking for workplace peace and harmony, which I can definitely support at the same time. And motivation to create and work on your small business. Absolutely. So let's start with difficulties at work. Definitely want energy to handle work. Bumblebee Jasper is helpful. Polychrome is helpful. We'll also bring in labradorite. Let's start here. So first one I want to bring in is labradorite. This definitely helps with calming disputes, especially helping to create a calmer work environment. So that can be really helpful for both of you. And also just in general, like I said, workplace harmony. Also great for detailed attention and really helpful for research and study. But when you need to have detailed attention, like finding an error or a needle in a haystack, this can also be helpful for that. Wonderful for clairvoyance, which is your spiritual sight, and also better sleep. So that is labradorite. Another one to help with how people like work together, relationships between people, that is definitely carnelian, which also has the property of creativity. So that is definitely helpful for what you've got going on. And chrysoprase would also be really helpful. This is a stone that helps with encouraging you to follow your heart's purpose, your soul's spiritual purpose. And it also helps you with making decisions that align with your greater good. Additional to that, it's wonderful for finding new creative outlets and new creative approaches that help you to connect with yourself and your soul's purpose. So that is chrysocolla. There we go. And herkimer, which can be wonderful for manifesting and taking what we want and basically taking our messages up to spirit and then opening us up to hearing a response. Help because it's wonderful for intuition. Also great for relaxation, but being in the present moment. And when we're like in that impasse of like, I feel like I don't want to do this, I kind of want that, being in the present moment can be really grounding. Also very helpful for harmonizing discordant energy, which can help in a kind of a toxic-ish work environment. And also helpful for metabolism. So that is herkimer diamond. So I hope that that helps. I also feel to pull in some aquamarine, which we often use for Patty, who's not here right now. But this is great too for both of you, for both MC and Lila Ray. This is helpful for when you're dealing with other people who are difficult. Aquamarine can really help. It tends to discourage petty behavior, immature behavior, people that are looking to take out their aggressions on someone else, that kind of stuff. It's we jokingly call it the anti-Karen stone, but it's really great for that. It also helps with highlighting a sense of may justice win, may justice prevail. And it helps with forgiveness as well as body fluids, teeth, and gums. So that's aquamarine. So let's see, we'll place a piece of that here. So there we go. Awesome. So glad all of you are here. Awesome. And Chris, ooh, good requests as always. Let's get a couple of your requests in here. So rose quartz, moonstone. We've got rutilated in there already. We've got herkimer. Let's do some sapphire, garnet, green aventurine, Okay, let's start there. So citrine is an excellent stone for financial abundance. So anytime you're calling on bringing in some financial windfalls, citrine's a great stone to work with. Also very helpful for balancing our intuition with our logic so we can make really well-balanced, well-informed decisions. Helpful too for dealing with addictions and compulsions, as well as making good financial decisions. Also helpful for nausea. So this is citrine. Citrine starts its life as amethyst, and over time and pressure and heat underground, it slowly turns into this brownish orange. There we go. Aventurine, green aventurine particularly, can help us with learning and exceptionally in general wonderful at helping us broaden our vision of who we can be and what we can do. So that's how it helps us in learning. Also helps with just seeing a higher version of your soul's potential. It's wonderful to have around for goal setting. Also helpful for heart rhythms, allergies, as well as the eyes and fertility. So that is green aventurine. So we'll bring that in. Anytime that I am setting goals, I try to keep some green aventurine around to remind me I'm more than I think I am. I can do more than I think I can. Garnet is helpful for organization, courage, practicality. If you're looking for a new way to systematize the work that you do to go through life, to maybe be not only more organized, but more effective in what you do with less effort put forth, garnet is the stone. This is something that can help you see things in a totally different light and find a new way to look at things, new perspective with a keen eye on like business, getting stuff done and being pragmatic. Also really helpful for finding balance in times of great change. Can be very grounding and stabilizing. Also another stone to have around when you are organizing, as is lapis. This helps very much with a lot of things similar to garnet, but in quite a different way. This helps with deep, open, honest communication, but also with really cultivating integrity. This is completing things. This is owning up to your commitments. This is having follow through. This is personal responsibility. It also helps with disorganization and bringing things back into order and changing our patterns and processes that lead to disorganization. Also helpful for vertigo, hearing loss, and thought to really help with calling in career opportunities. So let's go ahead and bring this in here. Let's see if we've got any other ones. Hey, Catherine, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Awesome. And I will keep coming back to your requests, Chris, for sure. Creativity has absolutely been on the requests tonight. Creativity, we have carnelian, which is wonderful for creativity, which lives in the sacral chakra. But to help it and help express that creativity, let's bring in some sodalite. Sodalite's wonderful for expression, and this is everything from writing, speaking, performing. This is art. This is everything. And hello, kitty. You want to come up and say hello? Is that you, Gertie? It's a Gertie, yes. You want to come up and say hi to everybody? And then we'll cuddle? Okay, now you can cuddle. I had to share your cuteness with everyone. I'm sorry. Yeah, you go ahead and you chill. Aw. Good cuddles. Yeah, you know the Reiki's coming. Good girl. I wasn't home all day, so the cats are like, why were you gone all day and then you sat at the computer? So as I was saying, speaking, writing, performing, any way in which you express yourself, this supports it. It also helps with relieving symptoms of menopause, coming to terms with certain aspects around aging. Wonderful too for grounding impulses and also for dealing with homesickness. So that is sodalite. It's one of my favorite stones to use alongside carnelian. So let's go ahead and take this. You weren't here, Catherine, but we also have chrysocolla in there, which helps with creativity too. So there we go. Okay, so sodalite. And for patience. Oh, are you purring? Aw, you are purring. Let's bring in some dumortierite. Dumortierite is another one that can help with tidiness, but it really shines when it comes to things like anger, resentment, frustration, particularly really helpful when it comes to patience. This is also helpful in standing up for yourself and in dealing with really chaotic energy. If you work with your chart a lot, your astrological chart, this has a lot to do with like dealing with Uranus energy for sure. It'll help you make the most of it. Also good for healing tendons and ligaments. So that is dumortierite. And for patience, dragon's blood can be really helpful too. Natalika, absolutely, we totally can. So this is dragon's blood, which actually has epidote in it, which we used earlier. This helps everything from grief to loss to, it helps us to not get lost in self-pity. Like it's okay to feel bad, like that's part of the process. That's normal, but then there's that time where we sometimes just get into the pity party of one, and then we just start kind of just chilling and wallowing. That's not helpful. This helps you to not do that. It also helps you to learn from your mistakes and have patience with yourself. Sometimes too, if you need strength and courage to change, this can really support you in that, as well as optimism, happiness, wisdom. It's great too for kind of resetting the immune system as well as the nervous system. So that is dragonstone. So let's go ahead and put that here. Awesome. So I hope that helps, Catherine. And Natalika, absolutely. There's a stone that Chris requested that is perfect for that. So this is blue apatite. And yes, it's hilarious that the name is apatite when it helps weight loss. I know. But it also helps your relationship to food in general. So whether you're looking to lose weight or even gain weight or just change how you relate to food, the role it plays in your life, blue apatite is it. This also is very helpful for strengthening your energy field so that you're less inclined to take on the energy of others. Wonderful for learning about your soul's purpose and having the courage to enact it as well. It also brings in a significant amount of harmony and peace. And I mean, it's never a bad day for those things, but this particular moment in history, let's have that. Yes, please. Another stone that helps with weight loss that was also requested by Chris is iolite. Iolite, in addition to helping with things like weight loss, it's good for fevers. It's also really helpful for psychic types of sleep disorders, like if you struggle with grounding your energy enough to sleep at night, or if you wake up with intuitions that are kind of bothering you, this can help really balance that out. It also aids clairvoyance, so the images that we see in dreams, meditations, things like that, it does help to open that up. What stone did I say helped with sleep? Iolite can help to some extent. Labradorite is very helpful for sleep. I hope that helps. And another one that can help sleep is amethyst as well. So let's see. Let's also bring in a couple of other requests that Chris had. One is pyrite. Pyrite is super helpful for calling in financial abundance. It's fool's gold, and we like to think that it calls in the real stuff. It's also excellent when it comes to connecting to our intuition while also protecting us. And so it's a wonderful helper when you're doing anything intuitive. It's helpful too for the brain, specifically memory and information recall, and for the lungs and for fever. You're welcome, MC. So that is pyrite. Okay. Sapphire is superb for channeling, mediumship, and really just kind of connecting to spirit in whatever way that we do and bringing through those messages. If that's a skill that you have or that you're growing, this is a wonderful, wonderful tool, especially if you're someone who does that channeling or mediumship for others. This can even help you to better relay your experiences. Also helpful for bringing about speedy justice, as well as supporting the thyroid, eyes, ears, and it's wonderfully supportive of those who have dementia and those who love and care for them. So that is sapphire. Deeply angelic stone helps us to connect with our angels and our spirit guides. Emerald is actually really helpful for reinvigorating passions around work and life. So definitely really helps a couple of the requests we had today. Also wonderful for the lungs, upper respiratory tract, whether you're dealing with bronchitis or asthma, this can be really helpful. Wonderful for healing tissue and skin, and great for restoring confidence around your appearance, particularly if it's a bit of a sore spot, or maybe something you were teased about or anything like that. This can be helpful. And because you mentioned sleep, let's bring in some of that beautiful amethyst. So like I said, this is definitely helpful for sleep, but it also really helps when you're doing any kind of self-improvement type work. It helps you to pace yourself, and it also helps you to not beat up on yourself. It's often linked with 12 steps and recovery for that reason. It definitely has a strong embodiment of changing the things you cannot accept, accepting the things you cannot change, and being able to tell the difference too. So we'll bring this in addition to, of course, better sleep. So let's actually bring this here and here. And here we have rose quartz, which was requested by Chris. This helps with the heart chakra and everything that has to do with unconditional love. It helps us to gradually recalibrate our heart center and reevaluate what love we feel we deserve, and opening our heart farther to say, I do deserve more. Also helps with the depleted nature that our heart can sometimes get when we've been showing lots and lots of love and then we feel depleted there. This can be very, very helpful. So that's rose quartz. And Chris had some other good requests. Ruby, rhodochrosite, Awesome. Yeah, so let's bring in rhodochrosite. This helps with mother-child bonding, but also and perhaps in even a bigger way, when we think about like maternal wounds, this can be particularly helpful. Rhodonite is pink and black. Rhodochrosite is pink and white. Also helpful with things like telepathy, connection to our ancestors, wonderful for asthma, stress headache, as well as heart and circulation. So that is rhodochrosite. Where shall we place you? Let's place you here and here. Yeah, we'll put you right there. Ruby is a beautiful stone. Of course, we all know the beautiful red ruby. It helps very much with love, fertility. Oh, hey, Patty, welcome in. Kanta, welcome into you too. Ruby helps, like I said, love and fertility, but also with fibromyalgia types of pain. The thing that I often use this stone for is for the courage to be exactly who you are, the courage to be yourself, and for leadership skills and management types of skills. It helps with that, being confident, accepting how you are, who you are, really having that courage, and also being able to see that big picture. So we will bring in some beautiful ruby right behind that beautiful emerald. Ruby and sapphire actually have a pretty close relationship. They're both members of the corundum family. And if you look carefully, they actually form in the same shape. And they're very, very hard, which I'll explain in a moment. So you see it's kind of like an octagon. And look, our ruby buddy is same shape. It's a little hard to see. But yeah, on the hardness scale of stones, which is called the Mohs scale, M-O-H-S, diamond is a 10. Nothing's harder than a diamond. Nothing can cut diamond except another diamond. Sapphire and ruby in the corundum family, which also has basalt, is a 9. So very, very strong and sturdy stone. Okay, awesome. And awesome. And I will pick an obsidian too. For Patty, we've got aquamarine already. Peridot, septarian, and fuchsite. You got it. Peridot helps with breaking bad habits and like cycles that get in our way. And it also helps to bolster friendships, and especially those friendships that help us really be the best selves that we are. This is also fidelity, very much in alignment with that. Helps a lot of different types of digestive ailments, from acid reflux to IBS to anything like that. Also helpful for anger and jealousy. So we will bring this in. That's peridot. And we've got some septarian, which sometimes gets called dragon's egg. And if you find a picture of a big piece online, you can kind of see why. But this is a couple of types of calcite together. This helps muscle pain and spasms, as well as healing skin wounds. It's wonderful on the emotional level for things like shadow work, for things like doing the deep personal work we need to do. This is one that can help us to get vulnerable enough to see the root causes of the ways that we think, the ways that we behave, our habits. Very helpful for that. And also helps with supporting the solar plexus, which again is your center of self-identity and free will, and doing what's meaningful to you in life, setting boundaries, holding boundaries. And also good for identity crises. So that is septarian. Actually, let's go ahead and put septarian on the outside here and here. hold down the fort there. Okay, great. And aquamarine is in there. Oh, fuchsite. Fuchsite is a wonderful stone of joy and fun, like fun just for the sake of fun. Also really helpful for connecting to your inner child and doing any supportive healing work there. Helpful too for spinal alignment. This is another stone that's helpful for sleep disturbances too. And wonderful too for just joy and self-care. So that's fuchsite. So let's go ahead and place you here. See where you end up. Something for exhaustion. Hey, Alec, welcome in. Oh, gotcha. I will definitely get to your question, Alec. Yep. Definitely something for exhaustion, emo and intuitive work, cleaning. Got the updated COVID jab today. Reiki will be especially helpful tonight to refill the energy banks. Absolutely. Vaccines always knock me on my butt. Let's go ahead. We've got for energy, like bringing back our physical energy when we've been kind of run down or after something like a vaccine, definitely is rutilated quartz, which is right here, as well as bumblebee jasper, which is right here. As always, there's so much synchronicity between our requests that we'll end up seeing the same stones a few times, but that will definitely help. Also, moss agate will help too with balancing out your system afterwards. Let's see too. And we've got good rest stones in. We've got labradorite and amethyst. Let's see. Let's bring in we've definitely got the stones to support Kanta. All the best stones to support you are already there. It's all good, Patty. Alec, you just joined, but what helps with healing and energy, specifically with dealing with autoimmune? Gotcha. So for what we do here, basically the best stones for autoimmune stuff, and I struggle with a lot of autoimmune stuff too, the best stone that I found for it is rhodonite, which is right here. I'll grab one for you. This is great for allergies, autoimmune, and asthma, and the lungs, as well as supporting the cracks of a broken heart. It's helpful to for emotional healing too. This is thought to be really helpful for that. Also, I definitely work on using Reiki to help me with that. Right before we get into the Reiki healing portion, which is going to be within the next 10-12 minutes, I'm going to go into what Reiki is, a little bit of how it works, and how to make the most of a session. But the TLDR, too long didn't read, is essentially Reiki energy specifically it's thought to be the energy that's already flowing through everyone and everything, but it's provided by spirit, however you define that. And our body, mind, and spirit puts that energy to best use for us. And essentially, I use some techniques that help direct more of that energy to you, allowing your body, mind, and spirit to make the best use of those things. So it can really help on that level. Nothing I do is a replacement for any other kind of treatment. It's more like a complement, but the cool thing is none of this will interact with any other treatment system. So why not do all of them? So I hope that helps. Let me know if that leads to other questions too. I'm happy to answer them. And I see, Catherine, you were going to ask for something for migraine. What else can you use? Definitely rhodochrosite definitely helps headache. Pink tourmaline is great for migraines. It's great for migraines, nerve pain, which I struggle with, as well as any kind of gynecologic issue, and hormone balance, regardless of gender. Helps too with spinal injuries, mom and baby bonding, and with muscle weakness, and helping to dispel a negative self-image. So that is pink tourmaline. And also, why not bring in some blue lace agate? This can help tension headaches. This is also wonderful for arthritis and fractures and everything with the throat chakra. Helps to communicate, especially when we're talking about feelings or topics that are really difficult for us to express. It can be really helpful there. Also helps just skin allergies and anything having to do with the throat, sore throat, anything like that. So yeah, expressing emotion. So that's blue lace agate. So I hope that that helps. And all the best to you, Catherine. Oh, great, Alec. Oh, great, MC. I'm glad those were helpful. Boost and promote positive thinking. Yeah, it's most of the synchronicity tonight is on. And same with my clients all day long, too. It was on. Everybody was like overlapping, and it's like, oh, I feel this. Me too. Like a lot of that. But definitely like reframing things into the positive. Definitely sapphire can be really helpful with that. Sapphire is like everything is kind of up in the air around you. It helps you to kind of envision a good outcome, even though everything just does not seem like that's going to happen. Let's see. Definitely feel like azurite is going to be a helpful one today. You're welcome, Catherine. Azurite helps with awakening the spiritual self. It's good for intuition and insight, especially creativity. I'm new to working with this one, so it just came to mind to bring this in. This also helps with dissolving energy blockages and just blockages in general. And it's great for kind of bringing back a little bit of physical energy. So we definitely feel like this is in alignment with us today. Helps too with connecting to your spirit guides and gaining spiritual wisdom. So good for calming the mind during meditation. It is an exceptional creativity stone. So that's azurite. Azurite, malachite, chrysocolla, copper, they're all found very close to each other. And azurite, absolutely, because if that's not azure blue, I don't know what is. So that's azurite. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just, let's see. Oh, okay. I actually already had stones for you in the grid, so I just kind of like pointed out which ones where. I'm going to go ahead and just sort of, because we've got kind of a smaller grid tonight, kind of iron it out a little bit. And I think next I'm going to go ahead and explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of the session, and then we're going to get into the healing. But before I do that, also let me know if, let's see. Yeah, let me just iron these out. Some garnet. Zoisite, good call. Good call. Yeah, let's do zoisite. Oh, thank you, Kanta. I'm grateful for you being here. Awesome. So let's bring this in and that in. That makes it a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. And for zoisite, good call. I was thinking about that. So zoisite. This is a great stone for seasonal affective stuff. So if you're struggling with that, if we're starting in that season for you, definitely consider this as an ally. It's helpful too for apathy and sluggishness, which has been on the docket today. It helps to release negativity in a big way, and it also helps with breaking down obstacles, especially if those obstacles are like lots of things you need to do, like lots of tasks, and you keep feeling like you want to procrastinate or like it just seems too overwhelming. Zoisite can help bring a lot of balance there. It also helps to just with obstacles and even people that are kind of standing in your way to be able to work around them. So that is zoisite. So let's bring in a piece of zoisite here and a piece of zoisite here. And in the center, let's bring in some sunstone. We haven't worked with that in a while, and I think that sunstone will help all of our requests today. Ta-da! So sunstone kind of picks up where green aventurine leaves off. There we go. It is wonderful for greatly expanding what we think is possible for ourselves and for helping us gain recognition, helping us to rise out above the crowd. It's wonderful if you're looking for opportunities to market yourself, promote yourself, get out there. Also great if you're looking for a job because it helps with opening up career opportunities, and with like being seen and recognized, you will, kind of come out like your applications and stuff will get noticed. Helpful too for bringing a lot of career opportunities in general, and for, just like luck in general. Helps to protect against money manipulation as well. So yeah, very, very encouraging stone. I don't know what are those schmutzes or are those inclusions? No, those are inclusions. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I just got this not too long ago. So that is sunstone. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for helping inspire this beautiful grid. I'm going to explain what Reiki is, how it works, and then we're going to get into the healing. So thank you all for being here. Again, my name is Danielle Stimpson, and as I mentioned at the top of the stream, if you would like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one healing or tarot reading, if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, or anything else that I'm into, go ahead over and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description below, as is all of my social media and my email newsletter. So what is Reiki? Well, I've been teaching Usui Reiki for 15 years. I'm so excited that I just hit that milestone. So the term Reiki in the West has mostly just been understood as general for energy healing. Specifically, the style I work with is known as Usui Reiki, and this particular method is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created this system or methodology in the early 1920s in Japan, at a particularly difficult time in Japan's history, where you could not even be suspected of teaching anything that might possibly be even tangential to religion. So very delicate time. So Usui created a method of working with this energy that was deeply spiritual, yet incredibly secular. And that's, I think, why it resonates with us so much in the West. So to better understand the concepts of energy at play here, we're best to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan and very much is the foundation of their cultural understandings to this very day. And in that system, it's thought that everyone and everything has a soul, and all of those souls are interlinked. And that spirit, however you define it, provides a soul supporting energy. Reiki actually translates to spiritually guided soul energy. And it's thought that spirit, again, however you define it, brings this energy in through this interconnectedness of all of us, and that our body, mind, and spirits each take what it can use and brings in that natural healing balance to support us moment to moment, even when we're not at all aware of it. And essentially what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that spiritual energy and direct more of it to you, where your body, mind, and spirit will make best use of it for you. So how do you make the most of it? Well, the best thing is you don't have to do anything to receive it. Simply just be open to it. You can lay down, sit up, find a comfy position wherever you want, and just close your eyes and just be. Or if you want to, fold this into something else that's meaningful to you, you can combine this time with yoga or journaling or really anything that feels right to you. Creative expression, planning, or napping. Whatever works is good for me. During the session, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that the lights will move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up. If you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, check out the bottom of the description and you'll see a link to her YouTube channel as well as her website, so you can go ahead and support her. Additionally, during the session, you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. Reiki will support you in exactly the state that you're in. But if you ever want to deepen your session, or if you feel like you got distracted to kind of come back in, just take a deep breath in and out and you'll come back. I will send Reiki to you all for 25 minutes. During that time, as I mentioned, the lights and the music. At the end, you'll hear my voice come in. I will bring you back, encourage you to take a deep breath in and out, and then I'll be able to re-engage with chat. So you can ask any questions that you have or share any experiences you feel inclined to share. And of course, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times every week. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on. Hopefully YouTube will notify you and let you know that I am in fact live, so that you can go ahead and enjoy this healing whenever you'd like. Additionally, you don't have to be here live to get the impact of the Reiki, because unlike people where we can only be in one place at one time, that does not apply to Reiki. It's everywhere all the time. So feel free to go ahead any point you feel like you need some Reiki. Check out our past healing live stream playlist, pick any past healing, and just go ahead and enjoy it. It'll be there for you whenever you need it, and you can even skip ahead to the Reiki portion if you want. So thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this healing energy with all of you. I truly love working with Reiki, and I love working with folks to support them as well. So let's go ahead over, take a better look at that grid you all inspired. Thank you, and get into the healing. Oh, wow, that came out really pretty. Really, really pretty. There we go. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's put in a stone of good luck and winning. Go Phillies. So Amazonite helps with luck and winnings. Also helps with calming. It's great for the spine and spinal nerves. And it's wonderful for self-care, especially for those people who don't think of themselves. They'd just as well take care of everyone else. So it's like the perfect stone for nurses, for sure. So there we go. Amazonite. Awesome. So thanks you all again. Enjoy this session, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to the space that you're in. Check in with your body and see if you need to move or stretch. And thank you so much for being here with me this evening. It's an honor to share this energy with all of you. And if you have any questions or anything to share, I invite you into the chat to go ahead and let me know. Consider hitting the like button, and I'm here this time next week. Feel free to drop on in, set a reminder for yourself. My next stream is tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Thank you, Catherine. You have a great day tomorrow as well. You're welcome, MC. My cat Gertie was asleep in my lap the whole time, snoring away. Oh, thanks, Joanna. I hope you're doing well. Lots of love to you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, the grid turned out wildly cool today. Right on. Thank you, everyone, for inspiring it. Oh, thank you, Natalika. Actually, yeah, we're not going to be on much longer. It's totally cool. But yeah, I'm so glad that was helpful. I'm here tomorrow at 4, Fridays at 4 and 8 p.m., and Sundays at 8 p.m. All of those are East Coast U.S. time, and they're listed in the description, plus you can always subscribe. Thank you, Joanna. I hope you have a good night, too. You're so welcome, Chris. I hope you have a good night. And Natalika, you are certainly welcome here anytime, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Yeah. Oh. Gertie is all coiled up in my lap. You've fallen asleep? Nice. Good. Get that rest. We all need it. Absolutely need it. Awesome. Okay, so last call for questions or anything like that before I wind down the stream with an abundance of gratitude for everyone. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start to shut things down. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely check out all the links in the description for my social media, my TikTok, as well as my email list. What was the name of the melody? Balance. I'm not sure what your question is. Sorry. Thank you, Patty. Lots of love to you. And lots of love to Key. I'm glad it was soothing. Yes, well said. May we all be blessed with love, light, laughter, peace, joy, healing, abundance of all the good. Oh, was the name of this melody, this song, Balance? It might be. I will look it up when I end the stream and I will text you. Sorry, Chris. I had to reread that. My bad. Been giving Reiki all day long. All right, I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'll double check. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, heart. I'm so sorry, heart. Let's see if we can get together ASAP. Everything has been up in the air. I will message you. You're so welcome, Chris, and I'm so sorry, heart. I will reach out to you ASAP. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you all so much for being here. Lots of love to all of you. Sleep well. Take care of yourselves. I hope to see you again, and bye for now.